Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
The anthill.
What a lovely day for a royal fairy picnic. Nanny Plum, get the magic picnic basket ready.
I can't, Your Majesty.
Why not?
The magic picnic basket has disappeared.
You mean you lost it? Things don't just disappear. Whoa! Where's my chair gone?
Nanny, I can't find my wand.
There, one piano to deliver to the king. Ben, are you ready?
Coming, Dad.
Come on, Ben. We've got this piano to deliver to the little castle. I don't want to be late.
That's right, Ben. Elves are never late.
And we're elves.
Oh, where's my horn?
Ben, you must look after your things.
A good elf never loses their things. Oh, where's my piano gone?
What's happening?
Ants!
Oi! That's our TV!
Why are the ants taking all our stuff?
I don't know.
Ants! Outrageous! Nanny Plum, do something!
OK, let's follow them.
Where are the ants taking our things?
Probably to the Queen Ant.
Queen Ant? Is she pretty like Mummy?
Uh,
Does she have lovely dresses and a sparkly crown?
no. The Queen Ant is a different sort of queen.
Oh.
There's my horn.
There's my wand.
Oi! That's our TV!
The ants are taking all our things.
Yes, and ours too.
Where are they taking it?
Down to the Queen Ant.
Nanny, I command you to have a word with this Queen Ant.
What word would that be, Your Majesty?
Tell her to stop taking our stuff.
I would, Your Majesty, but I can't speak ant. It's one of the more difficult insect languages, along with centipede.
What we need is someone who can speak ant.
Gaston!
Ah, good. Ladybirds can speak ant.
So Gaston can be your ant translator. Down you go, Nanny.
Can Ben and I go too?
Yes, but stay close to Nanny Plum so she can keep you safe.
Hooray!
I'll go too, to keep Nanny Plum safe.
And I'll go too, to keep Mr. Elf safe.
These tunnels could go very deep, you know.
How deep?
Do they go to the centre of the earth?
I hope not. My feet are tired enough already.
Ooh!
This way.
It would be very easy to get lost in these tunnels.
It's a maze.
I hope we remember how to get out.
Don't worry. I know how to get through mazes. You take every first turning down and every third turning up. And that gets you through any maze.
Oh, it's a dead end.
Or is it every second turn to the left?
Oh, are we lost, Mr. Elf?
What's that sound?
Ants!
That's lucky. They can show us where the queen ant is.
Gaston, say, take us to your leader.
What did they say?
Gaston says the ants will give us a lift.
Cool! Yee-haw!
Giddy up, giddy up.
Ah, my tummy!
This is fun!
This must be where the queen ant lives.
Ooh! Oh, is that the queen?
Yes.
She's, big, isn't she?
Gaston, can you translate for us, please? Greetings, your antness. I am Nanny Plum.
And I'm Holly. I'm a pretty fairy princess.
I'm Mr. Elf.
I'm Mrs. Elf.
And I'm Ben Elf.
We're elves.
And you've got my horn.
And there's my wand.
There's the king's piano.
And our TV.
And my magic picnic basket.
Gaston, ask if we can have our stuff back.
I think that means no.
Why won't you let us have our stuff back, Nanny?
Ugh, goodness knows. What do you want all this stuff for? She says it's for eating, even though it tastes horrible.
Why is she eating it if it tastes horrible?
This isn't food, you know. Queen Ant says they used to collect food left over from big people's picnics. But the big people haven't had a picnic for ages. So the ants have to eat any old rubbish they can find.
That's not rubbish. It's a fine musical instrument. I'm delivering it to the king.
It's not good to eat musical instruments.
Yes, Ben. She's obviously very stupid. Gaston, don't translate that. When I said you are very stupid, I meant you are very clever.
She doesn't seem very pleased.
If you want food, I can make some with my magic picnic basket.
What would you like to eat?
She likes sweet things. What kind of sweet things? Jelly? Oh, I can do jelly.
Careful, Nanny Plum. We don't want a jelly flood.
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Magic basket, please. Jelly, jelly, but not a lot. Do you want more? No problem.
Careful, Nanny Plum.
Oh, Mr. Elf, stop fussing. Jelly, jelly, a little bit more.
Nanny, they all want jelly.
Goodness me, we'll be here all day. I'll just have to make a lot more.
No, Nanny Plum!
More, more, more!
Jelly flood! The jelly is showing us the way out.
Jelly flood!
I can hear something. What's that?
Jelly flood!
What are they shouting? Jerry Fudd?
What's Jerry Fudd?
Jelly flood!
Jelly Flood!
I've got my horn back.
I've got my wands back.
And the ants have got all the jelly they can eat.
The piano's taken a bit of a bashing.
Oh, I'm glad that's not my piano.
Actually, Your Majesty, it is your piano. I was just delivering it to you.
Oh.
It's okay, Daddy. It sounds lovely.
As long as you only play tunes with high notes.
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
The Elf Band.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
What's that, darling?
We've been invited to visit King and Queen Marigold this evening.
Oh, dear.
King and Queen Marigold are boring and snooty.
They always make me feel like a country bumpkin.
So why are we visiting them?
Because they invited us, and I didn't know how to say no.
I'm good at that sort of thing. Leave it with me.
Hello.
Queen Marigold, King Thistle here. I'm terribly sorry, but Queen Thistle and I can't come tonight.
Oh, no. We were so looking forward to seeing you.
Yes, sorry about that. But tonight we're going to, a music concert.
What kind of music?
Elf music.
Elf music? Oh, I don't believe I've heard of elf music.
Oh, yes. It's rather good, actually.
Oh, King Marigold and I love good music. I know. We'll come to you.
Oh.
See you tonight. Toodle-pip. Oh.
Everything all right, darling?
There's good news and bad news.
What's the good news?
We're not visiting King and Queen Marigold.
Hooray!
So, what's the bad news?
They're coming to see us instead.
Oh, no!
And they're expecting a concert of elf music.
What?
And I've, told them that elf music sounds good.
Oh, but the elf band sound terrible.
They're the only elf music we've got.
They're an embarrassment.
They don't sound that bad.
The last time they played, you said it was disgusting.
Well, maybe they've got better. Nanny! Summon the elf band.
Yes, Your Majesty.
The elf band at your service, Your Majesty.
Wise old elf. We have some very important guests coming to visit.
King and Queen Marigold.
They are very boring and snooty.
And they want to hear some elf music. Have you been practicing?
No, Your Majesty. You told us to never, ever play music again.
I see. Well, you can play for us now.
Oh, it would be an honor, Your Majesty. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oompa, oompa, Interesting.
That was awful.
I thought it was good.
You might like it, Holly, but I'm sure King and Queen Marigold will not.
If I might make a suggestion, Your Majesty.
What is it, Nanny Plum?
Princess Holly could play her recorder for the guests.
Yes, Nanny has been teaching me.
And Holly has been practicing.
What a charming little tune. King and Queen Marigold would like that.
There is one problem. You've promised elf music, and Holly is not an elf.
I could magic some elf ears for Holly.
Ooh.
No, thank you, Nanny.
I know. Nanny can teach the elf band how to play Holly's tune.
Hooray!
That's that sorted.
See you later.
Everybody on?
Yes.
Right-ho, off we go.
Your instruments don't just sound funny, they look funny too.
They've got funny names as well. This is called a thrump warbler. That's the spal throttle. And this is the blotto horn.
Delightful.
They all sound silly.
Ah, that's because you don't have sensitive elf hearing.
Oompa, 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 oompa,
Right, enough of that. Princess Holly, could you remind us what your tune sounded like, please? I don't suppose you lot can read music.
Well, I haven't seen this particular piece before.
You played that perfectly.
Perfect for you, maybe, but it's not elf music.
Elf music has oompa, oompa, like this. Oompa, 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 oompa.
Just remember, you are playing for King and Queen Marigold, and they are very snooty.
We like Oompa music, but King and Queen Marigold don't.
Quite. So play Holly's tune, please. Lovely.
Holly, do the elf band sound any better?
Yes, Daddy. They've been practicing all day.
OK, let's hear them play. Oh.
That's much better.
Yes, it's charming, but I still don't think King and Queen Marigold will like it.
Why, Mummy?
King and Queen Marigold don't like country things, and the instruments sound so, rough.
I can fix that.
How?
I'll just use magic to make the instrument sound more normal. Play me a tune, Mr. Elf.
Fantastic! That sounds exactly the sort of music King and Queen Marigold would like.
Problem solved.
King and Queen Marigold.
How delightful to see your little kingdom again, Queen Thistle.
It's always such a pleasure to experience your simple country life here.
We can't wait to hear some genuine elf music.
Oh, yes. You must hear it.
Oh, King Thistle, you didn't tell me you were a conductor.
I take a special interest in the sound of this band.
I must say, this is not at all what I expected elf music to sound like.
They have been practicing very hard.
These elves play well, but the tune is a little old-fashioned.
And their instruments sound very ordinary.
I assumed elf music would be more folksy.
What's that?
Oh, I say.
What's that?
A fantastic performance!
Very exciting.
A triumph, King Thistle.
Have you ever considered teaching music?
Well,
Let's dance. Oh-ho.
Come on, Mummy. King and Queen Marigold are not boring at all.
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom.
Today's adventure starts at the lake.
The Elf Submarine.
Your Majesty, may I present the Elf Factory's latest toy, the Elf Submarine.
ah, yes. Jolly good. Does it float?
Does it float? Of course it floats. Allow us to demonstrate. We carefully chose this day to test the submarine, as there are no other boats on the lake.
Hello, me hearties!
It's Redbeard, the Elf Pirate.
Yo-ho-ho! Land ahoy!
Should the ship be leaning like that?
Maybe it's the weight of all that treasure.
She's sinking! Abandon ship! Abandon ship! Curses! Me ship and me treasure gone down to the bottom of the sea.
How sad. Anyway, as I was saying, this is a perfect day to test the submarine with no boats on the lake.
But what about Mr. Redbeard's treasure?
Yes, me treasure! How will I get it back?
If only we had some way of sailing underwater to look for it.
Ah, if only. Anyway, back to my submarine. There's
The submarine! We can use the submarine.
Clever Ben.
Hang on. The Elf Submarine is a toy. It's not for going on adventures.
Oh, so it can't go underwater.
Yes, it can.
It'll probably sink like a stone.
No, it will not.
Good. That's that sorted. Captain Redbeard, our submarine is at your service.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
But
I'll be needing a crew. Aye, aye, Captain Redbeard.
Can I come?
And me.
I'd better come too. If there's any trouble, I can use magic to help us.
no, Nanny Plum. There will be no magic on the Elf Submarine.
Because we're elves.
And elves don't do magic. Yes, we know.
Polly, my faithful friend, you'll have to wait here. Mr. Elf, steer the submarine. Aye, aye. Ben and Holly, wind up the engine.
Aye, aye, Captain.
What shall I do?
Why, you just sit there and look pretty, my little mermaid.
Ugh.
I know this lake. I've sailed on it often.
Are you a sailor?
I was a sailor. I'm not anymore.
Why not?
Big Bad Barry.
Who's Big Bad Barry?
Only the biggest, giganticest, most enormous fish the world has ever seen.
He's eaten 9 of Dad's boats.
You lost 9 boats? I thought I was a bad sailor.
I'm not a bad sailor. I'm just unlucky. That Big Bad Barry is quite big.
And bad.
Dive, if you please, Mr. Elf.
Dive! Dive! Dive!
Oh, it's so pretty.
Look!
Where? What is it?
It's Redbeard's boat.
By Neptune, you're right. Well spotted, Ben.
Oh, for a moment I thought you'd seen Big Bad Barry.
Ho ho! Now I can get me treasure back.
Let's get it and go. I don't like it down here.
I love it. All the fish and the flowers.
And that big underwater cloud.
You don't get underwater clouds, me hearty. Shiver me timbers! It's a fish!
It's so big.
It looks bad.
Is it Barry?
It is. It's Big Bad Barry.
He's swimming towards Redbeard's boat.
Oh dear, he's going to eat it.
No! Me treasure! Did you see that? He swallowed it whole, like it were a grape.
Oh, what a shame. Shall we go home then?
Go home? But we haven't got me treasure.
Well, we can't do much about that now.
I never thought I'd say it, but Nanny Plum is right.
Unless you want to sail into Barry's stomach and take your treasure back, this adventure is over.
You're right, me fruity pancake. Take us home, Mr. Elf.
Aye, aye, Captain Redbeard. Who turned out the lights?
It's all gone dark.
Where are we?
Oh, we must have sailed into a cave. Mr. Elf was chatting instead of looking where he was going.
I was parked.
Well, we're somewhere strange, and no mistake. And I'll shave me beard off if there's not something fishy going on. Turn on the lights, Mr. Elf.
Aye, aye, Captain.
It smells fishy.
What a pong!
Where are we?
Look! Me ship!
There are more boats as well.
It's Bunty, the boat Big Bad Barry ate last winter. That's my old boat, Trixabelle. And there's Fifi. And this Boo-Boo.
If all those boats are inside Big Bad Barry,
Then we must be inside Big Bad Barry.
By all that's wet and fishy, you're right! We're in the belly of the big fish!
That explains the smell.
Just think, all those years I tried to catch Barry, and now he's caught me.
how are we going to get out of here?
If we could get Big Bad Barry to open his mouth, we could just sail out.
Oh, very clever, Ben.
Only, how do we get him to open his mouth?
Maybe it's time to ask for a bit of advice.
Can someone answer their phone?
It's not my phone.
It's not mine either.
Oh, it's mine. Hello? Oh, hello, Nanny Plum. What's that? They've got good news and bad news.
What's the good news?
They've found the treasure.
Hooray!
And what's the bad news?
They've been swallowed by a giant fish.
What? Are they okay?
I'll ask. Is my submarine all right? It's not scratched, is it?
Listen, clever clogs. We need your help. How can we get Big Bad Barry to open his mouth?
Someone needs to talk to the fish.
Nanny Plum can speak fish.
Ah, Nanny Plum, you must tell the fish a joke and make him laugh.
That's an idea. A very stupid idea, but an idea.
What's the plan?
I'm going to tell Big Bad Barry a joke. to make him laugh.
What utter nonsense!
It was the wise old elf's idea.
It's brilliant.
Everyone back in the sub! Get ready to sail!
What's a good fish joke? I know.
Did it work?
I don't know. He might not get it.
Something's happening!
I think he liked the joke.
Full steam ahead!
Aye, aye, Captain!
We did it!
The elf pirate Redbeard and his crew return. It's a triumph!
Hooray!
So you got the treasure?
Nope.
You got your boat?
Nope.
So, in what way is this trip a triumph, then?
Well, we're not inside a big fish.
In that case, congratulations!
It's a shame the treasure's lost.
It's not lost. I know where it is, and no one will ever find it in the belly of Big Bad Barry.
That's true.
Of course it is, me tasty little fruit tree.
Nanny Plum, what was the joke you told Big Bad Barry?
It was, where do fish keep their money?
We don't know. Where do fish keep their money?
In a riverbank.
That's not very funny.
I know. It's a bit of a rubbish joke. But then fish find the silliest things funny. They have very small brains.
Where do fish keep their money? Oh, I get it. A riverbank. Oh, that's brilliant.
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us!
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
Queen Thistle's teapot.
Da da doo dum da dee da, dum da dum dum da dee da, da 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 dum da dee da dee.
My new fairy tea set has arrived.
Ooh. Ooh. It's so beautiful and it's so sparkly.
It's also very delicate, Holly. That means it breaks easily, so you can look, but don't touch.
Yes, Mummy.
It is a beautiful teapot. Shall I give it a bit of a dust, Your Majesty?
No, Nanny Plum. Even you mustn't touch it.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Good. Now, as it's such a lovely day, why don't we go for a nice walk?
Can I stay here and look at the tea set instead?
All right, Holly, but look and don't touch.
Yes, Mummy. Ooh.
Hello, Nanny Plum.
Hello, Ben.
Can Holly come out to play?
I'm afraid Princess Holly is very busy looking at a teapot. Perhaps if...
Ben, I've got something to show you.
OK, Holly.
Look, Mummy's fairy tea set. Isn't it beautiful?
I suppose so.
No one is allowed to touch it. Not even Nanny.
Why not?
Because it's very delicate.
Well, what can you do with it then?
Well, you can have tea parties with it, of course.
But we're not supposed to.
Just hold them, silly. It's not hard. Look at me. How do you like your tea, Mr. Elf? Weak or strong?
Ah! Holly! You've broken the Queen's teapot!
Oh no! Mummy will be so sad.
We weren't supposed to touch it, were we?
No. What can we do?
Can you fix it with magic?
I'll try. Abracadabra, abracadoo. Mend this teapot.
Well, that didn't work. Nanny will know a spell. Let's ask her.
No, we can't tell anyone.
What can we do then?
Ben, aren't elves good at mending things?
Yes.
And you're an elf?
Ben Elf.
So, can you help me mend it?
I'm not sure.
Please, Ben. You're my very best friend. And you're my only hope.
OK. I've got stuff for mending things at home.
We can carry the pieces in this box.
But what if someone sees us?
I can make us invisible. I know that spell. Abracadibbly-dibble, make us invisible.
Hey, it worked! Come on.
Dum-da-dum-dum-ta-ti-da.
Shh, there's Nanny.
Ben, be quiet. Oh, bother. My invisible spell has worn off.
That's all right. We're nearly there. No one will see us now.
Hello, Ben. Hello, Princess Holly.
Hello, Mrs. Elf.
What are you two up to then?
Nothing, Mum. We're just going to mend something.
Yes, elves are good at mending things. And you're an elf.
Yes, Mum. This is where I keep all my mending stuff. Glue, paint, brushes
and glitter. Oh, goody.
First, I have to put a mat down so that we don't get glue on the floor.
Yes.
And we must wear aprons to keep our clothes clean.
Now what?
We stick the pieces together with glue, like this. 1, 2, 3. There, it's stuck.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. There, it's mended.
Hooray! It doesn't look quite right.
We can paint it.
Yes.
That's better.
It had flowers on it too. I'm good at painting flowers. There. But I think it was a bit more sparkly.
We can use glitter.
I love glitter. It's so glittery. There. Hooray!
Do you think your mum might see the difference?
Yes.
Maybe it just needs more glitter.
No, Ben. We tried to mend it, but it didn't work.
We'll just have to ask Nanny Plum for a spell.
All right, let's go to Nanny.
There's Nanny. Go on, ask her for a spell.
Nanny, please can I ask you a question about spells, please?
A question? Of course.
Nanny, a little friend of mine has broken something and wants to mend it. What spell can she use?
Do I know this little friend?
No. She's a goblin. and she lives far away and you don't know her at all.
Is it a special thing this little goblin broke?
Yes.
And did the little goblin break it on purpose?
No, it was an accident. I didn't mean to break it.
Oh, I see. You broke it.
Oh, Nanny, I didn't mean to break it.
Oh, don't worry, Holly. It can't be that bad.
It is that bad.
Don't be silly. It's not as if you've broken the Queen's teapot. What did you break?
The Queen's teapot.
Oh.
Mummy's going to be so sad.
But we did mend it.
Well, I'm sure it's okay then.
It doesn't look exactly like it did before. Ah! Please, can you fix it, Nanny?
Don't worry. I know just what to do.
I knew Nanny Plum would have a spell to fix it.
I'm not going to fix it.
Are you going to buy a new teapot?
No, much simpler than that.
What?
We'll tell the Queen. Excuse me, Your Majesty.
What is it, Nanny Plum?
Unfortunately, there has been a little accident.
Accident? What happened?
I'm sorry to say that your teapot has been broken.
Oh, the teapot I said no one was to touch.
Yes.
Nanny Plum, I told you not to dust that tea set.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I have a good mind to turn you into a slug.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it, darling?
Could you turn me into a snail, perhaps, instead?
No.
Mummy, it was me. I did it, and I've been sad all day. And now you're going to have to turn me into a slug instead of Nanny.
Oh no, my poor darling. Don't be sad. It's only a silly piece of pottery.
But, Mummy, you were going to turn Nanny into a slug.
Oh, I didn't really mean that.
Sorry I made you sad, Mummy.
Oh, Holly, I'm only sad that you felt you couldn't tell me.
We did try and mend it.
It doesn't look like it did before, but the children have tried their hardest.
Oh, that is beautiful. Just as beautiful as it was before.
Shall I give it a dust, Your Majesty?
No. This is one of a kind and very fragile. No one must touch it. Promise.
We promise.
I will treasure it forever.